How do you get the upper hand when negotiating your real estate deals? Well, after 20 years of negotiating mine and our students, it is now easily possible with 3 persuasive tactics. Here's tactic number 1. It is to come up with your take price before you make the offer. What is a take price? A take price is the highest price you're willing to pay for your deal. It is the price where you'll take the deal, hence the take price. Now, once you come up with your take price, put it in your back pocket. Share it, don't share it with the broker or the seller. It is for you and perhaps for me, the coach, only. That's it. Now, once you come up with your take price, here's how I want you to make the offer. Your offer price is your take price minus 5 or 10%. Why do we do that? It's because you want to anticipate them countering your offer price. Here's how it looks. I'll give you a visual. Let's say that you offer, let's say your take price is here and you offer here. You're going to negotiate between your take price and initial offer. So anything here below your take price is good for you. Anything above your take price, you pass on the deal or you negotiate harder, right? So along with that, I want to share with you a very important statement when you're negotiating persuasively. It is that negotiations is more perception than reality. Here's a very practical case in point. I guarantee this will happen to you. You're going to make an offer and they're going to say, for example, Peter, your $700,000 offer is too low. I've already received offers higher than yours. Now, that is more perception than reality. That's more false than truth. What probably happened was the seller received a verbal offer of more than $700,000, which is not a real offer, or perhaps the seller received a promise or several promises of offers more than $700,000, which never materialized. So if he received an offer for more than mine, for more than $700,000, why didn't he take it? It's because it's not real. All right, so don't fall for that. Come up with your take price. So a take price anchors you. It anchors you. It is in fact what I call negotiations 101. You need to have your take price. Also a take price, it encourages you to fall in love with the numbers and not the property. That is a huge mistake for people starting out, is they get too emotional with the beauty of the property and they forget about the numbers. And lastly, having a take price causes you to not overpay during negotiations. Negotiations can be very emotional and many times it causes you to overpay. If you have a take price which anchors you, it will cause you to not overpay. All right, so persuasive tactic number 1 is come up with your take price. Got it? All right. Hello everyone, I'm Peter Harris with Commercial Property Advisors. I am the author of my best-selling book, Commercial Real Estate Investing for Dummies. I also have my new bestseller, Commercial Real Estate for Beginners. And guess what? We are now the #1 rated YouTube channel on commercial real estate investing. So thank you very much. I'm also honored to be a coach and mentor to many commercial real estate investors all across this great nation of ours. So in this very short video, I'm going to give you 3 persuasive negotiating tactics for your real estate deals. Let's go to tactic number 2. Here is persuasive tactic number 2. It is meet the seller in person when negotiating. Now, when you're negotiating a deal and you are on the phone or you email them, they are mocking up a perception of who you are. And sometimes, most times, it's not good because you're negotiating. So how to overcome that negative image is to meet the seller in person, forge a human connection, right? Forge a human connection and you will get the edge. Here's a quick example of that. We had a student that was stuck at $775,000 with the seller. And the deal was going nowhere. They were stuck. They're both holding the ground. I told the student to go visit the property with the owner face to face, walk around the property, ask a lot of questions, develop rapport, and go to Starbucks afterwards. And that's what they did. To make a long story short, in that 2-hour period, the price went down from $775 to $705. So you saved $70,000 off the price, right, from negotiating it from day one all the way through due diligence. So that 2 hours, he saved $70,000. That's $35,000 per hour. That's how he and I look at that. So that's what meeting the seller will do for you. Now, when you meet the seller, I guarantee you, you will win, right? The human connection is so important in this real estate negotiating game. It really is. More important than you think. Number two, let's say that you are short of a down payment, or perhaps you need to do something creative like a seller carry second or a master lease agreement. Well, once you force the human connection, meet the seller in person, it increases your creative financing chances by 10 times. I don't guarantee much, but I guarantee that this will happen. If you are short on money, you need to do something creative with your deal. If you meet the seller in person, it increases your chances of doing something creative by 10 times, guaranteed. All right, so the last thing I want to share about this is when you meet the seller in person when negotiating, your real estate negotiation period is more about relationship than how much money you have in the bank. All right, so real estate investing is a relationship-based business. It is today and always will be. Got it? All right, so let's go to tactic number 3. Persuasive tactic number 3. No one likes to be coerced into something. So a smart investor like you will subtly encourage the seller to think they are in control. How do you do that? You do that by giving them a quick out. I use this on my wife all the time, and it works. I use it in real estate, and it works. And sorry, dear wife, if you're watching, I have to share this, and I hope you forgive me. All right, so studies have shown, right? Studies have shown that if you use affirming, subtle language like, you'll probably refuse this, Mr. Seller, but would you consider it? When you use affirming language like this, it increases their compliance by a whole bunch, right? So if you want the seller to agree to what you want to do, not only do you just state what you want, you need to give them an out. Here's a quick example, right? Example would be, Mr. Seller, would you pay for the closing costs in order to close a deal? If you leave it like that, he'll probably say, no, why would I pay for closing costs? But if you rephrase it like this, Mr. Seller, would you pay for closing costs in order to close a deal? You're free to say, no, of course, but would you consider it? Right? So if you add that affirming language, that subtle affirming language at the end, the perception is you put them back into control. Now they're the boss man, they're the boss lady, they get to make the decision whether we move forward or not, right? To your benefit. So do you understand? So a subtle language, a persuasive tactic is to give them a quick out to get what you want. Got it? All right. So this works and is scientifically proven. All right. So that's it for today. So thank you so much. Let's do a quick review of the tactics. Tactic number 1 is come up with your take price. Persuasive tactic number 2 is to meet the seller in person. And persuasive tactic number 3 is to subtly encourage the seller to think they are in control. Thank you very much. If you want more videos like this, go on to our website, commercialpropertyadvisors.com, or simply subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you at the next video.